We have a theme going about improving front office, improving practices, and that's really because the one of the number one searched things on the internet in our industry from dentists are dental practice management. How do I improve my practice? How do I grow my front office? How do I grow my office? You know, what should I do? So I'm addressing a lot of those questions, and one of the ones that come up is how do I improve my front office? And there's not one solution. There's not one thing. There's not one statistic or metric that should be improved or focused on. There's a bunch of things that need to happen. So my thought is that you need to kind of improve in 5 different ways, 5 different areas, 5 different things, I guess. So first is goals, games. Your team should know if you want to improve your practice, grow your practice. Well, where are we and where are we going? What do we want to improve? Like you know, you can't just walk in the office and go, hey, I need you guys to do better. Just do better. Like do better at that, right? We actually need to know, well, how do we measure better? What are we measuring? Is it reactivation? Is it recare? Is it pre-appointment? It can't be everything all at once. It's got to be something we're going to work on, measure it, find out how we are now, find out how we're doing, and then where do we want to go? I think a lot of times we don't even know that. We just want to get better. So we need to know what are our goals. I like goals/games. I think most people are competitive, and to know that they're playing a game seems a lot more fun than trying to fix something. So first is measurements. What are we trying to improve, and how are we going to know when we achieved it? Second is communication. We've got to communicate better. So doctors, you need to communicate with your office managers better. You've got to communicate with your front office team better. Office managers, you've got to communicate with your team and doctors better. And then team members, we need to communicate better amongst each other. If we're trying to improve, in this video, we're talking about front office, then we need to know, you know, what do you do? What do I do? What's my responsibility? What's your responsibility? How are we going to help each other out? How are we going to work together? How are we going to achieve these goals? And many times we tend to work in in our own little safe zone. And a lot of dental offices, I feel there's a lot of, I don't know, she did it, right? I don't know. I just work over here, or there's too many hands in the pot that we're not communicating well, and stuff's dropping through, falling through the cracks, or things aren't happening. So communication is key. The next thing I would say is that the team needs to know their purpose or their why. You have not probably sat down with each team member to say, what's your purpose? What's your why? And with everything you do, what's the purpose behind it, right? We are really busy at the dental offices. We're really, focused on activity and doing, but what's the why behind it, right? And what's my goal? What's my purpose? I'm the scheduler, so what's ultimately my goal? It's not to jump in and do 50 things in everybody else's area. It's really to get the schedule full. Now, we have to cross-train and we have to help each other out, and that's part of being in the front office. But ultimately, what's your purpose? What's your goal? What's your why? The fourth thing that I think is missing is training. I smile because I think I talk about this in every video, but we don't train well in the front office, and we don't teach our teams the specifics of what they need to know to do their jobs well. And it could be the littlest task, but you've got to train your team well if you want them to do better. A lot of times we come in and we say, do better. The team goes, okay. And then the doctor leaves and they come back and the doctor goes, you didn't do better. Well, first of all, I don't know what better is. Second of all, I don't even know what my purpose is. And lastly, how am I supposed to do better? I didn't learn anything new. So training is the fourth thing. So goals or games, communicate, make sure that everybody's on the same page, know what your why or purpose is, that everybody on the team understands what their purpose is to the bigger game. Training, give them the training they need if you want them to improve. And then lastly, celebrate successes. Stop and go, hey, look, we've done better in this area. And it might even just be a pat on the back, but really know what you're measuring, and then get in there and fix it. And then take the time to say, good job, right? We did better at answering 100% of our phone calls, or we did better at getting every patient to appoint their next appointment today, or whatever it is you're trying to measure. Celebrate the successes, because people are going to have more fun when they know they're playing a game, they're given the resources they need, they've been told exactly what needs to happen, and now they're going to, see the reward, whatever the case may be. People will love that and improve and do a lot better. So there are my 5 tips to improving your front office. This probably could be used in multiple places around the office, but this week's theme is front office. So there you go. Subscribe below. Give me your thoughts. I'm here if you need anything. It was great to spend a couple minutes with you today, and have an amazing day.